Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to pinpoint some of the problem arise while stitching your kurta, kurti, or especially in blouse. So this is how it's going to look. Most of them have sent a picture regarding this. So after attaching the sleeves to the bodice, the sleeve does not match with the bodice. So this is how it's going to look. So when you start sewing the sleeves, it have to match the bodice, and it is not matching in some cases like this. So today I teach you how to rectify this and how to overcome these problems. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is the sleeve fabric should match exactly to the bodice. So if not, all you'll be doing is you're going to attach a piece of fabric over this point and you're going to redo the sleeve. That is, you're going to remove the sleeve and you're going to redo the sleeves. Okay, so this problem arises when you cut the sleeve with a less amount of fabric. When there is not enough fabric in the sleeves, for sure the bodice won't match with the sleeve. So before stitching the sleeves to the bodice, make sure you measure that and see, and then you're going to cut that. So now you can see I just want at least a 1 to 2 inch of fabric over this side. So I'm just using a fluorescent fabric so that you can see where my stitch line, and now I'm attaching that to my sleeves. So we are going to sew both the pretty sides together like this. Okay, so just like that, take a piece of fabric of 2 inch and I'm going to place this on top like such, and I'm going to mark the exact end point, and downside I'm going to draw a straight line, and this how I'm going to extend my sleeves. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the fabric like this. So you're going to do this to the 4 sides of the sleeves like this. So just for folding I'm just leaving a 1/4 inch of fabric. Okay, so now to the pre sides you're going to match both the fabrics together and you're going to sew that. Okay, so always before stitching the sleeves to the fabric, make sure that the center notch of the sleeves matches the center notch of the shoulder, and you're going to match and you're going to double check. So when I do this, you can see there is you can see more than a 1.5 inch of fabric is less on the sleeves. So before stitching the sleeves to the bodice, make sure you just check like this, and you can attach a piece of fabric and then you can attach the sleeves to the bodice. So now I show you how to join the pieces together. So just like that, I have just folded the top part of the piece and I'm sewing both the pretty sides together. So once it's done, it just looks like this, and when I open it, and I'm going to put a top stitch like this. So when you put a top stitch, it's going to secure in place. Okay, so I'm going to do the same to the next side of the sleeves. Okay, so this is going to be the next side of the sleeve. Double fold this piece of fabric and you're going to sew that also like this. Okay, so now the center points are matched together, and I'm just double checking before sewing that whether my borders and the sleeves are even, and you can see it's absolutely even. It's just coming exactly the same that I want. And now I'm going to join my borders and the sleeves together. Okay, so little by little you're going to sew the sleeves. So when you come to half the way, make sure that the center point of the sleeve matches your shoulder. So this is the one problem most of them have. Okay, so this is how it looks. So when I fold both the sleeves together, and you can see even it just came out really neat. That is, both the points as matched together, and you can see it just comes evenly in the bodice end point also. If the sleeve doesn't matches together, you don't get the bodice to be matched together also. Okay, so now I'm going to start sewing from this point till this point and finish off the sleeves. Okay, so now you can see I'm just putting a stitch to finish off my sleeves. So when I turn this out, you can see only a small piece of triangle would be shown in the armhole. So this much of fabric is more than enough to make a sleeve, but you have to attach a 1.5 to 2 inch of fabric inside. So this is the allowance that you give for the blouse. So whatever the allowance that you give for the borders part, you're going to give the same allowance to the sleeves, which is very important. So this is the allowance that I given for the borders, that is nearly 1.5 inches. The same allowance I have given to the sleeves, and this much of triangle fabric will be seen. So when you use the same color fabric, it won't be visible. So for the video purpose, I given a bright color. And you can see this is the major problem arise, and you can see that the sleeve is up and down, it is not even, and most of them have this problem mainly in chudidars and kurtis and also in blouse. So today I show you how to rectify this. So this problem mainly arise when the center point of the sleeves doesn't match with the center point of the shoulder. So which is very important, the midpoint of the sleeve should match the exact midpoint of the shoulder. So this is the shoulder line. So this is the shoulder line. So the midpoint of this should match the midpoint of this. So in that case, for sure, the end result of the sleeve will have ups and downs like this. So you have to be very cautious while sewing the sleeves. You might sew it as like that, but the end result will be too clumsy. So most of them have this problem. So to overcome this, you're going to remove the sleeves and you're going to match the points together and you're going to redo the sleeves. Okay. So most of them have also made a comment that the borders piece is not joining properly. If you have a problem in the sleeve point, the borders end will not be equal, and that is the front part and the back part won't be equal. You can't sew that in an equal line. So because of this problem, you'll get a problem over there. So the midpoint of my shoulder is here. This is the line where my shoulder line is. So before sewing, be cautious and just mark the midpoint of the sleeve. Just place both the points together, and this is how you're going to measure. So I'm going to sew at the exact point over here, like a 1/4 inch of seam allowance. So I'm going to start like this and I'm going to finish off my midpoint. So when I come to half the way of my sleeve, I'll recheck whether I'm in a correct track. So when I come half the way, I will just stop the needle and check whether the center point matches together. So now I show you how to join this together to overcome this problem. So I'm just leaving a 1/4 inch of seam allowance. So when I come half the way, I'd be just rechecking just by putting the needle in and check whether the center point of the sleeve matches the center point of the shoulders like this. Okay, so once it matches together, and you're going to sew and you can finish off the sleeves like this. So it's very small mistake and you have to make that correct. So now the points are equal, and now let me check the inside fabric, and you can see it just came out perfectly correct. Lots of doubts yet to be answered. Sure, I will address that in my next video. So if you don't want to miss that particular video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you want to know more about these kinds of doubts and clarifying videos like this, just click on the subscriber button below, and don't forget to hit on the thumbs up button. So see you next time with a different kind of video. Take care. Bye bye.